that in your house. Let it cool down for 20 minutes before you refuel. And if you have a professionally installed home generator that services your whole home, you need to also take a look at that. We've had a few issues there as well. And so make sure that is functioning properly and safely. Carbon monoxide detector is absolutely critical. No matter how familiar you are with using a generator. Just to put some numbers with this, in the past 4 days, we've had at least 82 visits to the emergency departments in our hospitals across southeast Louisiana from people who've suffered carbon monoxide poisoning. And 4 of the 13 deaths that I mentioned earlier have been attributable to carbon monoxide poisoning. You don't taste it, you don't smell it, you have no idea that it's there. And very, very sadly, it often gets whole families because they'll turn on the generator, go to sleep, and that's what happens. With respect to the heat, that remains a challenge as well, with heat indexes getting up to about 105 degrees every day. So drink water, take breaks. Your yard probably needs to be cleaned. It doesn't all have to be cleaned today. As of 7:30 this morning, DOTD was still reporting 60 weather-related closures. We have already started picking up debris in the following parishes: Ascension, Assumption, St. James, St. Bernard, Orleans, Plaquemine, St. Helena, and Livingston. And over the next 24 hours, debris pickup will begin in Jefferson, St. Charles, Tangipahoa, St. John, Washington, and St. Tammany. The Houma Tunnel now has a generator and it's operational. Inspections of movable bridges show that many have been compromised and are inoperable, either because of marine or vehicular traffic. So it's one or the other, but not both. Crews continue to replace signage and traffic signals across the state. They also, DOTD transported 620 evacuees yesterday. And I encourage everyone, especially since we still have those 60 outages, check with 511la.org before you leave your house to make sure that you can get where you're trying to go by the route that you have planned. It may be necessary to get a new route. The state fire marshal has assessed just about 45,000 homes as of the meeting this morning. He's reporting that just about 7,000 of them have been determined to have major damage, and close to 1,900 of them have been destroyed. And again, there are many, many more residences to be assessed. As of 8 o'clock this morning, there were 3,560 people being sheltered in 23 shelters across the state. If you need any shelter information, if you're looking for a shelter, please text LA Shelter to 898-211, or you can
Governor Edwards is
call
finished.
211.
He's doing a press conference.
Louisiana's federal DSNAP request is in process, but residents can pre-register now for DSNAP. This is the Disaster SNAP Assistance.
Put you on hold.
And then it will be much easier for you to access these benefits if and when it's approved. And it will be approved. It's just a matter of time. And DSNAP always follows the storm by 3 to 4 weeks because you can't load people's cards until grocery stores are open in their area. It really doesn't do them any good. So we've got to get to a certain threshold of stores that are open and stocked, and then we will be running DSNAP. We've actually pioneered the process of doing virtual DSNAP last year after Laura, and we will do that again this year because of the COVID environment. But you can text LADSNAP to 898-211 for more information. We're also working to get mass replacement benefits for SNAP recipients in parish where at least half the residents lost power for 24 hours or more, and others will be able to apply. So we'll be giving you more information about that later. I am getting to the bottom of the information that I have for you. DCFS has launched Connect as a way for families to locate loved ones who evacuated from Hurricane Ida to a state shelter. So if you're looking for someone, you can call 225-342-2727 between the hours of 7 and 7 to reach the Connect line. or you can fill out a form at dcfs.louisiana.gov/connect. For privacy and safety reasons, DCFS cannot confirm the identities of people staying in shelters, but we will determine whether the person is in a state shelter and pass them the caller's message. People searching for loved ones in a disaster area can also use safeandwell.communityos.org. That's safeandwell.communityos.org. It's a website set up by the American Red Cross to try to locate missing friends or family members in the affected area. If you are a family member of someone who was rescued from the 7 nursing homes that have been evacuated to the facility in Independence, Louisiana, you can connect the state as well using 211. So at this point, I'm going to ask our congressman to come up and share some comments with you. Then I'll come back, make just a couple of concluding remarks, and then we'll take your questions. Congressman?
Congressman Troy Carter on WWL.
Thank you all for being here, Mr. President, and many officials who've come together, who've been working day in and day out. Your efforts are duly noted. At the risk of being redundant, I'm going to just talk about a few things that require, and I think it's meritorious of redundancy. We know it's hot. We know it's hot, and we have senior citizens, we have children, we have animals, we have people with disabilities.
Yeah, you got me.
If you can, during the day, if your power is out, open the doors, go outside, sit under a tree, and stay as hydrated as you possibly can. For our neighbors who are getting their power turned on, power is starting to gradually come back in certain areas.
Inside line.
If your power is on,
for 2
check
o'clock.
on your neighbors. Check on those in the surrounding neighborhoods who may not have power. This is now a great time for us to demonstrate the resiliency and the love for each other as a strong community that we know we are.
Good deal.
Reach out to your friends, reach out to people you don't know. Try to provide resources to assist.
Yeah, my internet.
Entergy is working around the clock. There's some 25,000 power linemen that are out desperately trying to get power restored. We have to make sure that in the interim that we look out for each other. There are ice trucks that have been dispatched. Many vendors have been kind enough to donate ice. Albertsons and many others have come to town to provide water and food. Pots are set up throughout communities. If you have access to the internet, don't assume your neighbor does. A lot of the information that we're transmitting through the internet, through our cell phones, through those who may have power. Many don't. So if you have information, please share it with your neighbors. We're asking that you not go on the road a lot. We know gas is at a shortage, but to the extent that you can walk, that you can travel safely to your neighbors' homes and give information to them, it will be greatly appreciated. We have to remain calm and know that help is on the way, and that every effort and possibility of manpower, people power, energy, and resources are being expended to get to you, to provide resources to you. The president and the administrator of FEMA were on the ground with us on Friday visiting throughout the state. The president has said in no uncertain terms that he commits the full faith and credit of the entire United States to not only building back, but building back better. We're going to be stronger. We'll be more resilient. We'll do things better than we've done before. And most importantly, know that we're trying to get resources to you just as fast as possible. God bless you all.
Thank you, Congressman. And tomorrow is Labor Day. And it certainly won't look like Labor Day's past. Day when you typically picnic and stay home from work and enjoy time with family and friends. But you can still do things for family and friends. And you can do exactly what the congressman just mentioned, and that is just be our normal Louisianan selves in times of need and in times of disaster. And I know that we will all do that. So please check on your neighbors, see what you can do for them as you take care of yourself and your family as well. The sense of community here I think really does set us apart, and it serves us so well in challenging times like those that we are currently facing. So with that, we will take a few questions. Yes, sir.
Hey, Governor, in addition to these 7 senior homes that you mentioned that the state shut down, yesterday 8 were evacuated in Orleans Parish as well. The number of deaths that you mentioned earlier about the elderly person. Is there a better way for us to be able to do this? We understand that it's an unprecedented storm, knocking out power across the state. But those are the questions that many are asking with regards to how we're dealing with seniors